Yo, what is going on, guys? Today we're taking a look at possibly one of the most pathetic gaming dramas I have ever seen. Now, most dramas that I cover are at least understandable why they're a drama, like it makes sense, but this one is like, what? It makes no sense. It makes no sense, dude. Today we are looking at a studio that chose not to release a video game to PC, the biggest platform, because somebody might mod the game in a no way. No, I am not kidding, it is just as crazy as it sounds. So, Team Kill Media, the people behind Code Violet, they're actually making their game a PlayStation exclusive because PC players might make vulgar mods. Let's get into their statement. For those asking us about a PC version of Code Violet, the reason we are not bringing it to PC is we do not want anyone modding vulgar versions of the main character as well as other characters in the game. We hold our voice actresses and actors with high regard, as well as our artistic vision for the game and story, and reject any form of destroying that with sexual mods. Making a joke out of our art and possibly tarnishing the reputation of our voice actresses and actors is not worth the extra money we can make. Hashtag Code Violet. Alright, there's a few things I want to say before we get into the public's reaction to this. First of all, how does it destroy the game if some gooner wants to put like a mod in the game or whatever? Because it only affects their game. Like personally, I don't see the appeal of playing with a naked character. You know, I don't really see the appeal of playing a video game with a tent pitched in my pants. But if somebody wants to do that, it's like, who am I to stop them, you know what I mean? It only affects their game, and nobody would even know about it anyway, so it's like, who gives a shit? So you don't release the game on PC for that reason. Well, people can still make, like, arts and shit of the character in those ways. Once emulation catches up to the PS5, the game's gonna be on PC with mods anyway. Also, if we're gonna be 100% honest, how many people out there are actually going to download and use those mods? Maybe 0.5% of the population. Now, the last thing I want to say is I don't believe this is the reason why we're not getting a PC port. I believe they couldn't optimize it, or they have a deal with Sony to make it exclusive or something like that. Obviously, I have no proof of this, and this is just a theory, but I thought I'd throw it out there. Anyway, it's time to get into the reactions that people had to this because these were pretty funny, man. First, let's go over some comments and then we'll go over quote tweets. First up, we have a fanboy who comes in and says, "Yup, these clowns will put Thomas the Train and Barney in the game for no reason. It's just dumb." And my question is, who gives a fuck? What is the actual harm being done if somebody decides to put Thomas the Train in this game just for a laugh? Like, who is being hurt? Is Bill on the voice actor team gonna cry himself to sleep because somebody replaced him with Thomas the Train? Of course not. He's enjoying that fat paycheck he got for being an actor in the game. Somebody here points out that the trailer says it was captured on PC, which means they could easily release a PC port. Now, we don't know how well it would run, but that's besides the point. Then he replies, all games are created on a PC or Mac. The original poster of the image comes back down and says, it's kind of dishonest to put in your advertisements that this is footage from a PC version and then not release a PC version. Which, by the way, I 100% agree with. I mean, why show off a PC version if you're not even going to release it to the public? Why not show the PlayStation version if that's the only one you're going to drop? You're probably showing a version of the game that looks better than the PlayStation version that won't even come out anyway. If that isn't dishonest, I don't know what is. The team behind the game replies, a PC is a tool to make a video game. That isn't really the point he's making though. It's that you're showing off a version of the game that doesn't exist to advertise for a completely different version of the game. One that likely won't look as good as the version you're showing off. Now, this comment kind of cracked me up. Somebody replies, are you retarded? Yes, no shit, all games are made on a PC. But every other company literally puts captured on PS5 when it's a console exclusive. Holy shit, you're a moron. Four bros who are all Now, if you're wondering what he means by four bros, it was four brothers who worked on the game, I think is what he said, or four friends or whatever. So that's what he's referring to. This guy just replies with a picture of soy milk. This next guy here brings up a good point. That's a very stupid reason not to port it to PC. Oh no, someone is gonna mod the game. Who cares? They bought the game, they can do whatever they want with it. No matter, people will play on PC eventually. Years from now, there will be a fully playable PlayStation 5 emulator. Yeah, and this is completely true. Even if you stop people now from modding the game, they'll get to mod it eventually when that emulator comes out. Also, like I mentioned before, it doesn't stop people from making like Gooner fan art, so what are you really accomplishing here? Another guy comes in, you will now have people who will not buy your game because of this statement. Congratulations. This sounds like some sort of cope for not knowing how to optimize your game for PC. Considering the game is using Unreal Engine 5, a hard to optimize engine, I don't even disagree with this. This might be the case. You see tons of games like Marvel Rivals that come out on PC and they're really badly optimized, but the console versions are very well optimized, and that is an Unreal Engine 5 game. Now, the next example is not an Unreal Engine game, but it's the same concept. Alan Wake 2 had a dogshit PC port, but an okay console port. But now that we have went over some replies, let's take a look at some quote tweets. Sid Alpha, which is like a 100k sub channel, so it's not just some fucking nobody. This is perhaps amongst the more up your own ass decisions I've seen from a developer in recent memory. Locking yourself off from an entire platform because someone might do something you don't like and you have no control over that. Oh well, it is your decision, definitely not one many people will respect. Another creator, Vera Dark, who also has like around 100k subs, comes in and says this. So, the plan is to punish an entire platform of potential players because some people might mod the game in ways you don't like. That's like saying you won't serve food at a restaurant because someone might add ketchup. Your artistic vision can still shine. Let the audience decide how they want to experience your game. Mods are a form of expression too, not an inherent attack on your art. Maybe trust your community a little more. And I actually didn't think of this point, but this shows a lack of trust in the community. This guy is just automatically assuming that everyone's gonna be gooners when they create mods, when the reality is maybe 3 people would do that. This guy repeats the same sentiment I was saying earlier, basically saying it was a cop-out to not make a good PC port. But yeah, like it's safe to say that this is not going over well for the team. They are getting absolutely roasted on social media right now, and their previous game got like a 5 user score. It was called like Quantum Error or some shit. But that's pretty much gonna wrap it up for today's video. I don't really have that much else to add to the situation. If you guys agree, leave a like. If you disagree, leave a dislike. Possibly even an angry comment. And yeah, that's all. Peace.